How y'all doing? It's Judge Lynn. They're here. There they are. Regina said I should have them someplace else for my when I do these things, and I can't because for a couple of things. Number one, especially when I'm on the floor, which is my favorite place to be, except that room was being weird today. I don't even want to go through it. Uh, but they keep me busy. I don't sit well. And I'm trying to do less of this and look at my that. I'm trying to do less of all of that. And they keep me busy. I am an animated chick and I do a whole and I love to multitask. So if I'm not multitasking, I'm kind of losing my mind a little bit. So that's what that is. So good idea, Regina. And the second thing is though, y'all enjoy the dogs more than you enjoy me, which is fine because I enjoy the dogs more than I enjoy me. And whenever I have a really good viewership, it's because Decca typically has done some wildness. So there you go. And somebody else said about, well, I'm gonna leave the dogs alone for now. I want to talk to you about white rabbits. Don't let me forget. Now, how are you gonna stop that? I have it written down though. It says white rabbits. I want to tell you about the white rabbits because that's my whole new theory. But before that, I would like to report a couple of, well, no, I ain't gonna say anything about that. I'm gonna show you that later. Uh, I went to Pilates. I did. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, the most difficult part of doing anything is getting there and getting home. Like when I fly over somewhere to do a speech, I never worry about the speech, I worry about the flight. So I worry about the drive, I worry about the parking situation. And even though I knew where this place was, I just panicked because I knew that the parking place lot was very, very crowded. And I don't like doing all of that. I think I'm a fine driver. I just everybody else out there acting a fool. I put my turn signal on in the parking lot. So, because I figure the more people know where I'm headed, I do not know what that is about, the less likely they'll be to run into me when I get there. So, but anyway, so I parked a ways away. Failed to realize how hot it was outside. I live in Arizona. So I'm huffing and puffing and walking over there, and I get to the Pilates place. I put my arm up to open the door, and somewhere between my car that was too far away and this spot, the funk of my fear broke the barriers of my deodorant, and I was like, good God, girl, you're ripe. So I didn't know what to do. And I said, the class was getting ready to start because I was late because I was screwing around with all that kind of stuff. And I always carry deodorant in my car because driving is stressful for me. And, because, I work everything out on maps. I can't do it. My kids never know where they're going. They could just, oh no, I'll listen to the lady in the car. I don't like the lady in the car. The lady in the car is always telling me to take a U-turn. The lady in the car is telling me to go over here when I know this is over there. The lady in the car just does all kinds of things. She goes, but what am I doing? You know what I would like to do? I thought about this morning. I would love to find a tape recording of my husband's voice. And I'm sorry, that was my stomach. I am so sorry, I'm hungry. A tape recording of my husband's voice and replace her voice with his, saying things like, oh, you missed it, babe, but that's all right. Make a U-turn when you can. Don't worry about it, baby, it's fine. Yeah, you're not quite here yet. Don't worry, it's not there. You got 2 more blocks to go. It's going to be the second light, baby. It's going to be the second light. See, that, that's what I would like. I don't know if that is technically possible, but I would like to do that. And speaking of technically possible, oh, my stomach, I apologize. And I wish I had enough sense to redo this, but I don't have any food. So I have to go get food. So my stomach is just going to growl until I go get food. So anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, the white rabbit. I have a new process and procedure to help me with my worry loop. You know, I worry, I loop, I perseverate, I go around and around and around about things I can't do anything about. I couldn't help it. The hairs were just killing me. But I had my hands down pretty well. I did. I did. I did a pretty good job. Didn't you see? I was paying attention. And I didn't even have the dogs to distract me. It's funny, you know what? Story way out of the blue. After I was on Power of Attorney. The first TV I show was Power of Attorney. It was in like 2001. The show lasted all of 4 months. And I lost my job and I had stepped off the bench and I was just so sad about it. And then, but I had a really good contract, so I stayed home for 5 years, raised my kids, and wrote a book. Oh, so when I started running out of money, about 5 years in, I started doing substitute judging, and I was substitute judging at the court that I used to be the administrative judge at. And I ran into one of the assistant prosecutors, and we were just talking and laughing, and she asked me about the TV experience and stuff, and she said, "Yeah, I've had a couple of people, say to me, 'Hey, I've seen her on TV. She's really hammering it up for the cameras.'" And she said, "I told him she was kind of like that here. I was expressive. If you upset me, I'll tell you about it. I get excited when you do well, and I'm always." But anyway, I don't know how I got there, but I got to get back to the white rabbit. What I want to do is figure out how to do AI. I was going to say IA, but it is AI. Caught myself. To put my tolarisms in AI. And I bought an AI thing, I can't figure out the prompting process. So I'm going to have to go and to learn the prompting process. But in addition to putting my tolarisms in AI, like the tolarism, you can't wait to get out. If I waited to get all ducks in my row before I crossed, I'd never get across the street. Sometimes you got to grab up what you got and make a run for it. I'd like to have a little puppy running around, grabbing up cute little ducks. But anyway, I also wanted to do an AI of a white rabbit. And a white rabbit looking at me and then running away, and then me doing something bad to the white rabbit. Not bad to the white rabbit, but putting him in a cage or something. Because the white rabbit represents things that I worry about that I can't do anything about. And I have to make sure I am not allowed to follow that white rabbit down the hole. Just like Alice in Wonderland. She went through the looking glass where nothing made sense chasing that white rabbit. But that white rabbit couldn't do her any good, so I got to keep my white rabbits locked up. And the other day, I had a difficulty with somebody. And yes, I know I haven't repainted my wall. I know that. It's been like that for a couple of years. It's a whole nother story about how soggy I am. But anyway, a white rabbit is something I can worry about, but I can't solve. If I bought a plane ticket, I'm not going to worry about whether the plane's going to make it or not. And so I want to have a white rabbit graphic. And I remember the other day I was on the phone with somebody, and then after I got off the phone and I was upset about this, that, and the other, and what's he going to do? And it wasn't helpful. And I stopped and I said out loud, "You, sir, are a white rabbit." And that's my signal to let it go, to put it in a cage, shut it up, and walk off. So I want to have a whole list of white rabbits. And that if when I hit it, I can get an image of a white rabbit in my head. And then I got to go do something else. And then I have to reward myself. This is my whole new plan to deal with worry and anxiety. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to give it a shot. And if it works out, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it don't work out. And the dogs didn't bother me up in this seat. It's that seat over there that causes that. But I'm going to go back over there as soon as the sun gets right. Or my lights get right. Or something. I got an update on my houses too. A whole new left turn in tiny Toller Town. As a function of the stupid tax. But that's a story for another day. Y'all have a good one.